Figure jump back on here and go ahead and knock out the second half of this Tennessee game. It should be a whole lot better than the first half video. Anyway, we did some things a little bit better, but figured I had enough of the praise for this season, I guess. So we'll jump back on here and let's get it started. So, yeah, skip through some of this stuff. Here we go. I'll just kick off. There we go. So let's see. We were actually doing some run blocking right there, but I guess Jake called in something different. Yeah, it's kind of like an option almost, where he could have gave it to Swift, and then man, it's a triple option really. I mean, if you want to think about it, a little bit more complicated triple option right there. So, which I heard today that apparently that's what Florida and Dan Mullen like to do is run a triple option from shotgun. So that's going to be Florida's offense going forward, I guess. But you know, we've gotten pretty good at defending the option. So just missed tackle right there, man. I mean, look, we got two guys, just Cade and Isaiah. Neither one of them touched them. It's just, I mean, again, it's just kind of a little bit of carryover from the first half. Just missed blocking assignments. I mean, it's just terrible. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I know we need to get to the second level, but you definitely got to take care of that first level before you can get up there. Before you can get to those linebackers and cornerbacks and stuff. And that's how you bust out the big plays. But definitely got to take care of the line first, man. Ooh, I thought he was about to. It's almost like watching it for the first time again. Ball start. Dug ourselves in a pretty good hole. See that down the bottom, 4-38. I know we go over 100 by the end of the game. Something Kirby wasn't too happy about. That's pretty good pass by Jake. Tyler got a couple more yards on that one, just breaking tackles. I think that's where they kind of juked us a little bit on that. Which I didn't like going for it anyway right there on that 4th and 1, just because we're on our side of the field and beginning of the second half. Here we go. And just bad throw on Mowers, however you say it, his part. More of that nickel package right there. You run one outside linebacker, and you bring in that nickel, which is kind of like a DB. That's good. Sneak snuff out. I mean, the guys right there, we saw it coming. C's was kind of like getting pushed back on the blocking, but got him in the area actually. That's Trevon right there. Did y'all see that crossover? So he comes from right here, comes all the way around to the side. That's just the speed. I mean, you know, we got him on kickoff. So it just shows you how fast he is, man. He's definitely gonna be a first round draft pick when he comes out of his junior year. And Z's coming in for the help, man. Just great rushing on the edge on both sides of it. What was that, Jermaine Johnson? He hasn't. It's almost like Jermaine's lost a little bit of playing time. I've noticed you don't see him as much in the first half like you were at the beginning of the season. So I think who was it? Adam Anderson has been taking more of his reps. DJ Daniel. Here we go. So we got our blocking issues fixed up on this. So it's almost like I guess Jake must have called something at the line because that's like run blocking scheme right there. They're not trying to form a pocket around them. So see how all of them kind of push forward a little bit, not creating that pocket that they're used to. Who's that? Who's they call flag on, Justin? I don't know, that was on them. There we go. That's a little bit better job on the blocking right there. Man, another flag. Is that on Tennessee? Let me go back. Well, look like he did a face mask. But I mean, it's just another pass under 10 yards on a stop route. I mean, why can we? I mean, is he going through the progressions and it's just I don't know, man. I mean, I could be making these throws, but we're moving the ball. It's almost like a passing running game sort of type where we just throw it a couple of yards and let them trying to run it for a couple more. There's just no push on that. They got a little bit of push on the backside, but nothing on this right side right here. I mean, Isaiah didn't move his man nowhere, neither did Cade. And see, it's just stuff like that that's just got me a little iffy. Oh, is this that BS call? Yeah, hands to the face after Matt gets slapped, shoved down. So they missed it when they started right here. Just whatever. But it's stuff like this with these penalties. That's just what kills the momentum. Finding the end zone. Kirby's about to. It's almost like he's trying to contain himself. He's kind of let Matt know these are drive killer plays right here. Boneheaded stuff. I mean, I know he got pulled into it, but probably got some more catches than I realized. But I mean, again, it's just right here at the line of scrimmage. About a yard out. Although he caught it right at that line of scrimmage. I don't know. It just really irks me. For whatever reason, I really don't. I guess I'm trying to compare it to Tua and Alabama and Justin at Ohio State and Clemson. I mean, you know, where they're known to put. I mean, Alabama's throwing the ball better than they're running it this year. And again, you know, the blocking running backs getting touched at the line of scrimmage. I mean, that shouldn't be. But it was almost on that one. It was like a design pass play, but Jake called. Because look, they back up like they're trying to form a pocket. See? But Jake hands the ball off. So, I don't know. Just another field goal. Hot Rod made, what was it, SEC Player of the Week. All these field goals he was hitting. Who would have a collie as their mascot? I had collies growing up, but I mean, just why? I mean, there's just nothing intimidating about a collie. Come through. Just major push by their guys. I mean, why can't we get put? Well, we do only have three on the line of scrimmage. Oh man, that was a good stop right there. Good job by Monty by getting into the backfield. Looks like he just kind of came in untouched right here. Yeah, just ran in behind and Tay's right there to stop him too. I mean, great job by the linebackers on that one. Smokey walking around with his chest bowed out, ain't he? Got a whole lot of swag in that step. I mean, I'll give it to our guys on that one. That you know they did a pretty good job getting to the ball. I mean, it's kind of hard. I mean, those are the times where I would like to run to the outside when it's just short yardage. I mean, it's just a little bit tougher up there. Who's that getting the rush? Is this where they get the flag called on? Yeah, blindside block. So we had a couple of guys getting to him. Trying to see, on Tyler Clark. Who's that? David Marshall almost getting to him. I'm telling you guys, our defensive line is pretty stout this year. I mean, yeah, it's just that helmet right there. That's what got him. Let's see. All right, enough of this. But I think they didn't call for targeting. He. Yeah, they didn't get him for the targeting, which is BS. They still got him for the blindside block. All right, let's get back to playing now. This great hit by Richard on that one. Losing connection. I'm gonna drop frames. We know this one wasn't. I think this is where I threw my hat. Just because these BS calls. Richard just being at the right spot at the right time. I mean, you know, you can do stuff like that when the ball's in the air. When the ball's in the air, you're going to go. You don't have to worry about coverage. You're just trying to get where the ball's going to. And that's what Richard did on that one. So he's coming. He's already got his eyes up in the air, looking for the ball right there. That's a great job. That's what we need more of, man. That's what we need Tyson Campbell doing. Tyson never looks for the ball. I think that right there is when the momentum shifted. I think because we went down for a field goal and they were driving down the field, but it's like that killed anything after. Man, they're looking at the stats, looking at the rankings. I mean, again, man, it's just all on the running back right here. There's no push, nothing, nothing. I mean, Zamir's just sneaking through there. I did see one video where Ben Cleveland was asked about the blocking. So obviously there's a problem there. You know, when Zamir busting it out. You know, I talk about the passing game. Kirby was asked about the passing game too. Like, you know, all these short passes, are these designed or is it just what Jake wants to do? Um, you know, or is just nothing out there downfield. And I mean, so, you know, it makes me realize that my thoughts are right about this stuff because if other people are asking the questions or bringing up the same issues, then my reasoning or what I see has to go in line with what they see. So, you know, but when you look at the stuff, everything down on paper, the stats and all, it's, you know, it's really nothing to worry about there, but it's almost like it doesn't pass the eye test. That's kind of how I feel about it. Like you got these stat people, stat jockeys, and I'm not one of them, but that's all they stand behind is the stats. Well, I mean, you know, stats only show so much, and everything else is what you see with your eyes. And just not too impressed with the blocking in the passing game. The pass protection was good on that, but look, man, I mean, shoot, who's that? Dominic Blaylock just covered up. I mean, these receivers aren't getting open. Just blows my mind, man. With all the speed that our receivers are supposed to have and they can't get open, it's crazy. Again, just no push off the line. Look, just nothing. Just nothing. I mean, and the majority of that stuff's one-on-one matchups. Just can't get it done. And they stopped us on that one. Look, I mean, just terrible. No push. But, I mean, DeAndre, I'm surprised he didn't on this. You know, sometimes they'll bounce it to the outside or, you know, it's like he's trying to go where the whole gap is. I mean, you know, if you see a bunch of bodies just hit to the left side, that's how he scored that touchdown in the SEC championship game in 2017. You know, it was a design run to the right, but he saw a hole to the left and took it. So, I think we challenged him on the spot right here. Yeah. There we go. Just good coverage by DJ. I think one of those plays is like a delayed flag. Yeah. You can see him throw it out at the last second right here. Right over here on the left side. I mean, now you're going to throw the flag? Incredible. It was definitely a poorly officiated game. Refs had to give Tennessee gifts, try to get them back into the game. Yeah, Eric held his ground pretty good on that one. No, he unloads later. False start on him, I think. Make sure my recording's still on. Look at Z's getting after it, boy. And he's a handful right there, ain't he? I mean, just just stood him up. I mean, Aziz is a linebacker, man. Just getting off the block and getting to him, Nolan on the other side. So we had two outside linebackers on there on that one, and two defensive linemen. Oh, how? Mm. Oh, Mark Webb. I mean, that was almost like effortlessly right there. Let him come down. Sir. There we go. They got three defense. I mean, they run this a similar defense to ours. I guess that one's just a numbers thing. Let me go back and see. Yeah, bring that corner blitz in. Cut through. Again, no blocking. No blocking. Just coming in. That's just terrible, man. I don't know how we got the score up so high, because it's almost like the blocking didn't get any better. Was that Cade on the sideline? Yeah, because they probably got, yeah, Ben Cleveland's in there. That's a great pass. That's what I want to see, man. That's what I want to see right there. That's what we need more of. What was that? I think like a 30-yard game, 30-yard pass. And I don't know why we aren't hitting up Robertson more, man. I think what was that his only catch or second catch of the game? It's like why? What? Why are we throwing to him? Is he not able to get open? Is Jake not seeing him? Are we not using him for hot routes? I mean, I don't know. It's just you got to get the ball into your playmakers. Sure. I mean, Cager's doing a pretty good job, but I mean Simmons, man, I hate to say it, but Simmons doesn't really seem like too much of a playmaker to me. He hasn't impressed me that much over the years. So I would rather give somebody else a chance, especially the faster guys on your team. Yeah, Anthony. I mean, man, we've been dealing with the Braves since the '90s, and at least in the '90s they would make it to the World Series and then break your heart. But we got there in the 2000s where they couldn't even really do that either anymore. It's just I don't know. I mean, I will say even if we would have lost today, I would still be pretty happy about it because it was a classic series of just pitching. But I mean, when they scored 10 or 11 runs in the first inning, I mean, it was like every time I turned around, they were scoring runs. It just broke my heart. Billy, that Mexican was pretty good, man. I hate you weren't there. You know, we had to get Kim to change it up in a different restaurant. We always go by the one by Walmart. That's where Cager goes down. But it was a good pass. Kind of caught him on the run. And it looked like it was a stop route. And then Cager was covered up, so he kept on going, and Jake saw it. So, yeah, Anthony, and it's mainly from the outside, from our outside linebackers, which, I mean, those guys have improved over the years. I mean, last time we had those was Lorenzo Carter and Davin Bellamy back in 2017. But, you know, it's 2018. We really didn't have all that much. I mean, we had Brent Cox, who, I mean, we know his work ethic. It was mainly Walter Grant, who's pretty good, but he's not elite level, if you know what I'm saying. So, but now, I mean, when you got Aziz finally stepping in and Nolan coming in, and then even Trevon, who, you know, used more as a defensive end, I guess, but you kind of set him on the edge. I mean, it's definitely getting pressures to the quarterback a lot more this year. I mean, I want to say it was that first game we had against Vanderbilt. We had as many sacks in that one as we did almost all of last year, pretty much, or the first half of the year, or first 4 games, or something. I mean, that havoc rate has really picked up this year, and that was Kirby's goal. I don't think we've been meeting that goal. They want to do every uh, four or five plays. They want to have some kind of havoc play, and we haven't been able to reach that, which apparently is a pretty high expectation. It's above average compared to the rest of the teams. So, but we're right there. We're right there below it. Saw that man. He posted in the other group earlier this week that he was on TV. So that's pretty cool. Try to get back into the game a little bit. I mean, we had a little bit better hole right there. You know, he at least got 4 yards before he finally got touched on that one. You know, I think it was like this stage of the game. It was like if you don't get get the first down right here, you might as well just. I mean, they got. Look at how many people they got in the box right here, man. What was that, 9? 9 in the box. I can't remember what play we call on there, but here you go again though. I mean, you got your wide receiver coming in like he's a tight end, and so now you got 10 guys stacked in the box. And do we run, and you run it? I mean, why? It's, it's just I don't know. I was listening to an analyst today. They say it's actually better for when you run a QB sneak or something like this to actually spread them out. You know, you run 4 receivers out. Well, that spreads out, you know, the linebackers and the DBs and everything, the safeties, and then you just run it up the gut. I mean, that's, you know, 5-on-5 right there. You know, 5-on-6 is that's just what I want to see more of. Again, just stacked in the box, man. And it's like just barely. I mean, just barely gets it. So we did get a little bit better push on that one. Some players did. Yeah. Try to get to where Tennessee lines up again. Just airing it out. That was good coverage by Eric on that one. I mean, looks. I think he looks back, puts his hands in the air, Yeah, he looks back, hands in the air. I mean, that's textbook right there. And Richard, look at Richard's line right there, man. He's running a little bit deeper, just making sure he doesn't get beat on it. I mean, that's what we need. That's what I want to see. So coverage looking better, but he was also, trying to throw the deep ball. It wasn't these little short ones that just cut it up. I didn't get nothing on the running game. His completion rate would probably been better if his receivers wasn't dropping the ball. We just can't do nothing when they fall down on that one. Who was that? It looked like it was Devad. Devad falls down. Yeah, looks like number one. Yeah. Drop snap. Appreciate everybody coming in and joining in the conversation. Trying to read y'all's comments. I'm going to have to get this mouse changed out. It's not scrolling right. I hope he comes back this week. Well, it's South Carolina, so he can miss this week. I need to check to see who we have after South Carolina. So I know we have one more game in October. That Braves score, that's what popped up when I brought up Score Mobile. Kentucky. So, yeah, I mean, and you can honestly hold him out for Kentucky. I mean, I guess if he's ready to play, let him play a little bit. Just help keep the rust off. And but dang sure need him for the Florida game. When Nolan dropped back into coverage on that one. Trying to see, yeah. See how he drops back, comes back down in. Man, that's pretty good, man. That's textbook. I mean, that's and true freshman right there. I mean, it's just ingrained in him naturally to do stuff like that. See, I like this. We do the shift to try to get that movement like that, draw them off sides. Shoot, I know if I was offensive lineman, I'd take sure to be moving every time they shifted like that. It would throw me off for sure. Is this where Stokes gets his hit? Oh, man. Just destroyed on that one. That was even better. We got a little bit of payback on the refs on that one. It was just a sweet play altogether. Tay was gassed, man. Look at him slow down at the end. Just out of breath. Right there about the 20. Yeah. Just happy for him, man. Just get in there. What's that? Is that a Tennessee Braves hat? Man, that should be illegal. That should be outlawed. But I'll tell you what, I'll take a Georgia Braves hat any day. Maybe not for the next couple of weeks, but it'd be pretty cool to have. I think that was the last one, yeah, in the fourth. I don't think we score anymore after this. Could be wrong though. Oh, this is where he falls on the ground. As soon as he gets to the sideline. I'm done. Hey, at least he wasn't like Notre Dame where he just falls out on the field. I mean, that dude could have had a concussion. That coach is just like dragging him up in the air. I don't know about all that now. Like if the boy wants to lay down, let the boy lay down. So, okay. Let's kind of talk about what's going on right here. We're in man. He backs off to zone. This man flips, so he goes back to zone. I mean, that's just a complicated coverage system right there. So, that's right. They drive down, but we do a good goal line stand. I mean, just stood him up right there. Who was that? Rochester, Julian. Glad to see him healthy, man. He's, I think he's what, a fifth year senior. Um, really hope he can put some highlights and make it to the league. Offensive line is just getting hurt left and right. Second string looking pretty good, ain't it, boys? Hanging in there. So we got the third string going in. Oh no, it looks like Tyler Clark coming back up. Or is it Tyler? Is it 95? Yeah. That's just terrible missed tackles right there on this one. Go back and watch this one again. One, two. I mean, have to bring them down on that one. You got cornerbacks bringing them down. A new comment. Oh, new comment. Oh, there's nobody over there on the outside on the comeback. I mean, just everybody gets blocked up. It's wide open. I think that was on Nate, if I remember. Time. Did they call pass interference on this one? Yeah, just another one of those late flags, man. One of the things where I gotta sit there and think about it and do it. I mean, that was really a stupid play on Divide. You know, it was way over his head. I mean, no way he can catch it. I was looking to see if it was he was out of bounds on that one. Saw me on the line right there. It's good coverage by Tyreek. Knocking out the buddy right here. That was a good job knocking that ball down. I mean, that's what Kirby wants right there. That's what we always want. Looking for the ball, able to bat it down when it gets to the receiver. I mean, if he don't bat it down, that's a catch right there. So, what is it, fourth and goal? Oh yeah, this is safety blitz on this one, right up the middle. Lewis was a high-rated 4-star last year, guys. He came from well, he bounced around, but I think the his final spot he was at Texas when we got him to come over or to commit. So that's him right here. Just big safeties, man. Again, just big safeties like I've been talking about. Just good speed and everything. I mean, just blows it up. Just beautiful. That's what I mean. That's our future right there, guys. Yeah, here he is right here. Just wide open, man. That's what you like to see. I think we victory formation. And Stetson gets a little bit of playing time. So, but I mean, yeah, it's just it's just one of those things that yeah, I mean, we look good on paper and all, but it's just the eye test when you sit down here and break it down, and you have the missed blocks, and I mean, I guess I can't say too much on the passing game because we are moving the ball a lot of times, and Jake is completing it at a high rate. So I mean, it's just a desire to see the bigger plays. Is all I want, but the offensive line definitely has to get better in the blocking scheme and all. I mean, these are mainly five-star guys that we have out there on the offensive line, and it's like why can't we move them? So, and like I said, and everything that I've been bringing up, the passing game, the blocking, I mean, Kirby's getting asked the exact same questions. So it's not like I'm just coming up with this stuff at the top of my head. It's like other people see it too. The experts, see it, and they'll call out to extent, and then it's supported they're supported by the stat sheet. So, but Kirby isn't too concerned right now that I watched all three of his press conferences today. The one post game conference and the two pre games from this week, and I mean Kirby's just kind of brushing it off. So to me it's a little different from years past where he's critical of everything. Now he's kind of just brushing it off. So I mean I don't know, think or want to think that we're hiding stuff, and I thought that all last year that we were hiding it, and it just. I mean, there was some new stuff brought out when we played Alabama, but I mean, not a whole lot really. But yeah, I don't know. It's just gonna be interesting to see as the season goes along. I am starting to get a little bit more worried about Florida than I was at the beginning of the year, especially with them beating Auburn. And actually, vice versa, I'm not as worried about Auburn as I was before the Florida game. But then again, too, we're playing Auburn and Jordan Hare, and for whatever reason, under Kirby's leadership, whatever that SEC West team is that we got to play away, we've lost. Where it was Ole Miss in 2016 got blown out. Auburn in 2017, Jordan Hare we got blown out. I mean, these are away games. Last year LSU we got blown out. I mean, so this year is back at Auburn, and so it's just. Is that going to be the game where we just don't really come out to play? Again, is that going to be our spoiler for the season of from going undefeated? But I guess we'll see. I'm really hoping that we can get it together. Kirby did admit that was it during the Notre Dame game, the defense kind of came out kind of slow and then picked it up, and then in this game, or no, it was the offense that came out slow. But the defense did good. But the defense came out kind of slow in this game, and the offense was picking it up. So he was talking about having a complete game from the beginning, and definitely going to need that going forward against some of these bigger teams. But I'm going to get off of here. I hope y'all appreciate these videos, and let me know if y'all want to catch them on YouTube. If you can't watch them on here, I'll send y'all the link to them. But I'll tell y'all good night and go Dogs.